next problem, you can see my radiator is really close to the alternator there. Any little bump at the front, even the slightest knock, is going to push that through the radiator, and that could quite easily be the end of a race or the end of an engine. Or we've got the same issue up under there. You can see the terminal that comes off of the starter is literally almost touching the rad there, so same thing there, it's just going to push it straight through the rad. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to run an electric water pump. So I'm going to make a new plate which is going to sort of rejiggle this to move it around so it's a bit more up and down, and it'll also give me somewhere to bolt the that tie bracket to. You'll see a bit clearer when I get it all out. And then on the starter I've got another terminal, so I have to just drill a hole in the starter at the top and move the terminal to the top. And then, you know, I want at least 10 or 15 mil gap so that there's a little bit of wiggle room just for this to move around. Right, in here you've got these copper tabs. This is obviously live going out into the motor. This was where the old live came in. You had that tang sat in there like that, and then when this gets pulled in like that, it makes contact across the 2 points. So all I'm doing is moving it from here to here. So I've got this little kit that comes with lots of different ones of these. So I just need a straight up and down one. Sweet, should do the job. Shout out to Peter Hills. He basically he told me how to do this. So there's a bit of faffing about, but I do think that could easily be a race ended by that going through the rad. I've learned over time that if you look at something and think, that could maybe cause an issue, then usually does cause an issue. So there we go. How to void your warranty on your brand new, really expensive starter motor. Right, this has taken me a few goes to get this right. I've moved this point this way to get this to sit more straight up and down. I moved it all the way out till it was like vertical, but it actually it pushed it further this way out just because of where the body of the alternator would hit on this piece here. So as that is there, you can see I've got this little cutout of the alternator lining up nicely with that, and this piece that sticks out here sort of sits into that little gap there. So that's the closest I could possibly get the alternator in that way. So it did take a couple of goes to get that bracket right. Obviously this is going to have to come out to tension the belt anyway, but I just wanted to create as much space there as possible. So I've now got to remake my my bracket, which bolts to this side. I'm going to weld a hose outlet onto here. This here will bolt across with a little rose jointed bar, and that will be the support from here to steady the engine. So I just welded that to the to that plate just to keep it flat. Otherwise, when you weld around the center of something like that, this it'll pull all the corners of this up when this shrinks. So put a little chamfer on the back of there.
The solid axle, the clearance to the axle is obviously a consideration with the that could be used to the job's advantage. Let's talk about the design. I'm sure it's safe to assume that everything's been done.
I'm a SolidWorks kid. They got me with the free education license.
happy with that. We'll chuck the front on now and we can see how much clearance we've gained. So we've got about 15 mil, which is good. A lot of work just to gain a little bit of clearance, but I was going to do the electric water pump conversion anyway, so worked out okay. I also made this little bracket here, which just bolts to the side of the engine, which is my little engine steady on this side as well. So yeah, all good. So the water pump I'm using is one of these little Bosch water pumps. So the electric water pump will be controlled by the PDM, and you can have that so it will gradually ramp in rather than just coming in and turning off. So I'll go through setting all that up when I get to that point. That's going to be it for this one. Cheers for watching. See you on the next one.